Happy Friday, folks. Hope you're doing well. Well,
extensive sets and so on.
No mic, eh? No, mic's working. I just forgot to turn it on. I don't know. This price structure don't look very impulsive to the downside. Like, if this was some type of we would have expected it to go already, but we're still holding this weekly. This is, to me, this is a big one. Like, look at every bull market, guys. How it holds the weekly MA. Like, even here, I mean, like, okay, so we failed it, blah, blah, blah. But, like, you know, like, you know, we don't always want to wait for it. But still, like, you know, even in the last one, once we broke past that, it just wasn't good. Then turned in resistance until here. And we've been above it the whole time. So I think it's a very important moving average. Now, in terms of liquidity, yeah, we have mentioned that there is liquidity down here. But if it goes down for that, oh my goodness. Like I said, that weekly MA is going to look pretty bad. So, I mean, the liquidity is above the 115 here, guys. Like, this is where it is. This is where the nearby liquidity is. Yes, there's some down at 94, but you have to literally go to the yearly liquidity map in order to get it. Which, it doesn't mean it's impossible, but there is a lot of, there's a liquidity gap there, like, just meaning there's no liquidity there to go down and grab, like they're going to have to do a lot in order to grab it, in my opinion. So, is this setting up for a bull run? Well, we need price action to confirm. Oh. Yeah, like right here. But in order to get there, there's not very much between there and there. You know, we also have liquidity above here too, even on the yearly, so that's interesting. Then we'll zoom in a bit. We'll go to the 3 months. We'll see what the 3 months says. But yeah, as for 105 die, no, I disagree. You would think it would go up higher. So let's go to the monthly again. See, we still have liquidity there in the 3 month then. Near moon? Okay, so that's good. 34%, eh? Alright. Alright. Yeah, it does feel like things are warming up. I know everybody thinks it's dead. Darren thinks, oh, we're going. I'm like, Darren, I know you think you're right now, but we still haven't got that confirmed. And this is the importance of prediction and price action, right? Like, yes, we could forecast all day, but if the price action doesn't do what the forecast is suggesting, this is why we have to come up with multiple scenarios and see which one it comes to, right? We do have the area of the 95 to 88, but when we look at the 50 MA, it don't look like it would do that. Why? Because it would wreck everything. It just seems like it would wreck the entire run. Like, every time, though, before a major leg up, though, we have literally come down and tested the weekly. So keep that in mind. Just literally keep that in mind. Like, this isn't like bullshit. This is in the moment. How you stay clear of everybody's biasness, emotions, whether it's fear or whatnot. Right now, we're getting a whole whack of fear. You guys know that. This is everywhere. Everywhere's fearful right now. You know, so we're gonna see. Apparently, the Supreme Court's gonna force Trump to remove these tariffs, which is kind of funny. I mean, he's the president. I mean, you know, it's kind of a national security thing, and yet the Supreme Court, eh? So, I'm not against tariffs. Like, it's to me, it's the Canadian government that has their head up their ass. All he wanted us was to secure the border and the fentanyl and all that, which, we should be on board with that, you would think. But no. Let's make a big thing. Let's make it political. And the Liberals look like they're going to fucking somehow get a majority here in Canada. So that's not good. In my opinion, anyways. It's just not a good setup. I mean, the Conservatives are also very questionable right now. Like, we had one cross the floor, and then we have one resign yesterday. So the Liberals literally need just 2 more seats. Like, I mean, all you need is the NDP, which the NDP is just the Liberal Party, but yellow. Like, or orange, or whatever the hell their color is. It's a sham party. Same with the Green Party. It's not even a real party. It's just, like, it's just a fake party. But the whole thing is to manipulate the people who don't actually pay attention to politics, right? But yet these people get a vote. Everyone says, well, that's their right to vote, their taxpayers, this and that. Yeah, I get that, but it's almost like when you have a company and you got someone trying to tell you how to run your company but has no care in the world about the company. It doesn't even want to talk about it, doesn't want to work it. So why should they get a say in it? It's the exact same thing here with the government and voting. Like, a lot of people, you bring up politics, and I'd say about 90-95% of women, oh, I don't want to talk about politics, and weak men too. Oh, I don't want to talk about politics, this and that. Okay, well, in my opinion, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't get the vote. Like, why should you get the vote? You're not paying attention. You're gonna vote for someone who's emotionally manipulating you, and then you're gonna drag people who actually pay attention and understand what's going on. You're gonna drag them down into the abyss, and that's what's gonna go on, like Neon Abyss, right? So. I don't know. It's just, I know it's not a popular opinion, but there's definitely something weird going on, right? Like, gotta admit that. Like, things aren't right. And they aren't getting any better. It just keeps going, the thing. If this is the low, I think alts can go like 20-40% this weekend. Very big possibility. I mean, part of me wants to trade this, but I'm like, it's Friday. I already burnt through some fucking cash trying to trade this, so it's just like, no. Even though it's whatever, I don't really care. I'm just like, yeah, screw it. We're just gonna do the spot game. That'll be enough for us. And then we get into a business. That's the next one. That's the next asset class we're getting into. Either it's old man's business or I buy a SaaS business online, which is subscription as a service. It's one of the two. But I wouldn't mind retiring the parents. That would be a nice feather in the cap. And then scale it, because it can be scaled. Then maybe sell it once it's scaled. Who knows? I don't know what I want to do yet with that. But anyways, that's a whole other subject. All I know is doing nothing all day and just, like, it's not like I like to go drink myself silly anymore or anything like that. Like, I'm over that shit. I like drinking at camp. Or if a buddy's having a beer or something, got some buddies around, sure, but like, everybody's all doing their own thing. Like, when you're off all the time, it's just like, not everybody else is off. And if they were, well, you probably get sick of each other anyways, right? Like, it's just, priorities have shifted. Well, not too much to ask, Neon. Not at all. I think we still have a whole year left here, guys. I really do. With one major pullback. But I think But it doesn't matter. We're going to sell if it does happen. We are selling into the run-up, I'll tell you that. And then we'll reevaluate for the second half of the year next year. Yeah, it looks good. I expect many alts to do the same. I expect H-bar and all that. So once one starts going, they all start going. Like I said, guys, try not to trip yourselves out. This is the main chart that I'm paying attention to. We want something like this or this, okay? We want a good buyback today. We want the 50F. We want to get the 103 today, All right, this is the close we want. We want the 103 on the weekly for Sunday. All right, that's what we want. That's what I want. You guys should want the same if you want this to go up. So I would expect that we all want the same thing. So that's what we need. Because if we close below this, this is not good. This is not good, huh? She's not good. So, moving averages are important. Not the whole story, but they are important. And, we see how it tests it. Yeah, well, that's fine. Keep wanting that, Rock. It will get down there after this run-up is done, if it's not done already. But I'm assuming it's not, because we haven't seen any action from alts. So to call it done is kind of premature, Plus, Darren, he's usually a pretty good top and bottom indicator. He's a good investor, but he's not good at calling the exact tops or bottoms. Nobody really truly is, right? So I'm like, okay, he's fearful right now. He's taking profits, so it's not like he's selling it all. Like I told him, like don't shit your fucking pants and sell everything. You'll regret that. But sell portions. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking profit when you're a few 100% up. I mean, why not? Go do it, man. Oh, I encourage that. But at the same time, don't sell it all, because I don't think we're done yet. So if you feel you need to, you sell a little bit, right? Your needs weekly over 350. Well, you know what? We should probably check Ethereum, because that's really going to be the one for the alts, right? So let's go check that. I like that price action. Very interesting. That's nice. Remember when that lady in red there is like Ethereum to $600? She's never been back since the troll. It's probably a 40-year-old guy, that's lady in red anyways. It's probably like my age, but he's more of a pervert. Well, Chips must be happy. Where is he? Where is that motherfucker, Trip? Where is he? He's probably fucking just like fucking. Oh fuck! Filled up his shit too, eh? Yeah, he was saying 81. I mean, he said it before it happened, so we gotta kind of give him some credibility there. I would think, like, he stuck to his guns, and now he's up like, fuck, what, 20-30% already? That's pretty good. Just in like 2 days. Like really, like 3 days. 3 days there, and he's already friggin' jizzing himself. What's up, Jeffrey? So far we got good price action. We want a 103 weekly close, Jeffrey. That's the game right now. And right now we do have higher lows in place. 1, 2, and 3. Everybody was telling me it was going down yesterday. Oh, it shows at 99. I'm like, Darren, wait for the change in session. Session, like, if we're going down previous to New York opening or previous to China, it usually reverses, or we take one more stab down in that direction and then reverse. This is something I've noticed throughout the years, and now I put it as part of my analysis. It's like, well, we gotta wait for session change, because it does that. It does. Like, you guys can't deny that. It does. We've seen it so many times on here. Like, when the VWAP goes down, what I've learned is it's not a teleport. It's just session change. It's a daily change, actually, is what it is. Yeah, see, it's always at the... Now it's at 7 o'clock, not 8. But yeah, when teleportation happens... See, right here. So it teleported here. This is the change. We had the one draft down. Boof! And then we got bought back up. And then... Yeah, another session change, and then we went down. Session change, one final stab down. Right here, and then session change to New York here. So, it's very interesting to see. So, right now I'd like to see it close over the hourly, of course. But this is just bear charts, right? So, the reason we're looking at just bear charts right now is, well, we need to see the price action to see if all this shit makes sense. Because right now, What this is alluding to is this is a WXY. Like the whole thing has been a WXY. Maybe WXYXZ even. You know, because it's all choppy threes. There's no real 5 waves in there, except for maybe here. Feels like there is. But 1, 2, 3, all choppy shit. We need some impulse to the upside, though. We really do. We need it badly. It does, yeah, but C animosity, that's if we're counting it as ABC. And C wave doesn't necessarily need to do that. And it might not even be a C wave. It could be WXY. It could be a combo, right? So combos are probably the trickiest things in Elliott wave analysis, because a lot of times that's what it is. From my experience anyways. Like we can even do WXY here. And when it's just choppy threes with no real clear 5 ways, it's WXY. It's a double zigzag because you can count the internals as a zigzag. So that's like this here would be a zigzag. This would be A, B, C. So if we wanted to go like this, right here, there, 1.27. See? From here to here. This would be the ABC of the WXY, the zigzag. So it depends what we want to put this. We could do WXY here. I mean, this seems like this is just a sucker wave or some kind of X wave, you know. Well, that's fine. Those are your psychological numbers. I mean, I'm just saying we need to hold these levels or else it could be literally panic at the crypto. But it's looking good. We got some alts pumping today. We got some good impulsive looking action so far. We'll see if it gets sold off. That's the next step, right? You know how we always have these nice pumps on sometimes, and a couple hours go by or a few days and it all gets sold off, which is always disappointing. That's why it's the great JEBAITOR. It's the Master JEBAITOR, guys. You like my pun? Get past the algo, get past the censorship there. You know what I'm talking about. You think it needs another drive lower? I'm skeptical of that. I don't think it needs it. I think a lot of people are expecting it. I mean, Darren's expecting it. A lot of animosity kind of wants it. So it doesn't mean it has to, is all I'm saying. So this is why we always use price action first, and then we start labeling it. But we always have to keep in mind there's multiple scenarios until we see price action that confirms a certain scenario, which, yeah, it could take a little bit, but at the same time, it lowers risk and we don't get married to a scenario, because that's the worst thing, because, well, we all get married to scenarios once in a while, but that's where the discipline and the mindset come in. I just see a lot of overlap. Once we get back into this area here, it will confirm, like, we need the 105. Like, to say that we're going to get rejection here, I would like getting over here. Yeah, 105 would be nice, because it would just confirm overlap, therefore correctiveness. It would just confirm it, because right now this doesn't look impulsive. It was starting to look impulsive, but now we just need to see if this is just going to be a bullshit bounce around, see if it's going to be something like this or whatnot. So we just got to kind of wait. It's not confirmed that we're reversing. Did you guys hear about silver? Apparently there's a big thing going on where London's about 700 million ounces short. And China's not giving it up or sending them the silver. Neither is New York. And it all has to happen in London. So, I don't know. Some of those guys are like, oh, it's going to be like next summer. It's going to be like $120 to $140 an ounce. I'm like, fuck, if that's in American, that's going to be like $200 Canadian. I could just imagine the inflation then. Bank of Canada says they're going to have to cut interest rates because of the budget. I'm like, yeah, you guys keep cutting, keep going against the 10-year, because you guys are at 250 right now. They're at 250. They're down here. The 10-year's up here, and we know once you separate from the 10-year, and if the 10-year were to scream up, well, guess what? It's going to go up as well. They could do short-term against it, but they cannot do it long-term. It's a desperate attempt right now to keep debt cheap. That's it. It's just a pathetic attempt by the central banks to manipulate perception right now. That's all it is, in my opinion. Because when you really look at it, they're in trouble. The whole system's in trouble. The whole system's going to blow up if interest rates go up. Well, I shouldn't say if, when. When interest rates go up, it'll blow up the whole system as we know it. That's when there'll be the run on silver. That's when there'll be really the cascade effect in real estate, you know, and see how it is. But when I've done my cycle research, fork turning research, what I've realized is that the geographic area that I live in actually does very well in depressions. As well, at least the one that's on record. It did very well in the Great Depression. All the mining which has come back. Funny enough, right? And I when I read that book, I always wondered, man, the fourth turning, I always wondered. I was like, sitting there and I thought about it. I was so baked when I thought about it. I was like, holy cow. Lots of Geraldton booms, or at least Northern Ontario, because they're gonna go for that Ring of Fire shit, and they are. They're gonna usurp the Indians and everything, and it's all happening right now. It's all happening. People say, "Oh, you didn't call that." It's like, dude, I put my money where my mouth is. Like, I like $1 million worth of fucking real estate up there. We're looking at business now too, the old man's. So, you know, it's not like I'm just talking. You know, we've made some moves. You know, one thing I wanted to do too. You know, when the World Series was going, you guys could disagree, and it's fine. I mean, I can't prove it. I just going by experience. But anytime there's a championship in baseball, which we found out now, and hockey, when it's a Canadian and American team, I feel that it's rigged for the Americans. Not like where it's blatantly rigged, but where, a pass goes or anything. They did it in the NBA. So you're telling me, that's only in the NBA? Pish posh. It's everywhere. So my prediction, I wish I would have recorded it or took a bet on Polymarket or something. I wish I did, because then I could prove that I made this call. And I did. I told Kelly, but he doesn't remember it. And, you know, he doesn't remember much half the time anyway. He's always stoned. Nothing against him, but it's just, you know, like, fuck. I did call it, and I remember saying, watch, the Dodgers are going to win in Game 7. Why Game 7? Because the tickets are going to be worth the most. The organizations and all that own, and the media and everything that owns this, and even the bettors, the sports bettors. It goes to Game 7, that's maximum profit, and it always seems to go that way. Anytime there is NHL, Game 7. Oh, fuck, Canadian versus America. It's always Game 7. When it's ever in the NHL and now the MLB. So, I really wish. So, next time there is a championship with Canada and America, I'm going to go do a bet for the Americans. Just like $100, and we'll do it right at the beginning. It'll be like a 200-to-1 bet. It'll be a bit, the odds will be so good in the favor. Just do like a $100 bet. Make like $20K off $100 bet or something. Like, I don't know if the odds are that good, but they're going to be pretty good. Like, who in the hell could predict that, right? Unless you honestly think the game is rigged. Which I do. I do think it's rigged, because like, if you sit there and think about it, how hard would it be to, let's say, buy off a goalie, or buy off a key player on a team, or buy off a pitcher just to give a fastball right down the middle so the big home run guy could plow out of the stadium, give him a one-run lead. Now, granted, Toronto did have some bad luck. You know, like broken bat, the dead ball, and just a whole bunch of stuff that was going on. You know, they didn't have the best luck. They should have won, but they didn't, right? So, to me, it's just all a show. That's why I don't watch sports. I think it's all a show. And you got to think, like, there's a lot of money riding on bets. So, would it be outlandish to say that, like, these people that control these big betting rings, and it might not even be them. It could be. But who wouldn't buy off a player? And, like a pitcher, okay? A pitcher, like, how much they get paid? Like, so, all you'd have to do is just pay them more, and be like, yeah, it's going to be in the Cayman Islands under your account, and under your name and everything like that, if you throw this game. If we get the result we want, you get your money, because you're a pitcher. You only have maybe 10 years in baseball before your arm gives out, bud. So do you want to just earn the money that you're going to get that's highly taxed, or we're going to get you some tax-free money and put it over in these bank accounts overseas? That's what I would do if I was a sleazy loan shark gambler type guy. That's what I would do. Thinking cynical. You know, all the movies we've watched and everything. There's some truth to these movies. Like, let's not sugarcoat it. Hard to imagine. Hard to imagine. I get that. I'm just saying, it's always the Americans that win. Always. They did it in hockey. And you know when I started thinking this was in 2006. Why? Because I seen the Edmonton Oilers and the Carolina Hurricanes, who were the Quebec Nordiques. I'm pretty sure it was them. Or maybe it was Avalanche. Maybe it was Colorado Avalanche. Maybe that's what it was. Wherever the Quebec Nordiques went to. I'm pretty sure it was Colorado in 2006. And it was Edmonton and them, and went to Game 7. And it felt like Edmonton was passing them the puck. It felt like that. And they threw the whole last Game 7. It was a big disappointment. I was like, no way. You know, and look at this. It's been since 1993 since we won the pennant or the Stanley Cup in Canada. It's been 32 years in both. Like, why the same year though? Like, why 93 was the last year? You know, it's just stuff to think about. I mean, it's hard to believe that it's rigged, but at the same time, is it impossible? You know, like. And I'm not saying it's fully rigged. Like, maybe they have a player or two that they paid off to help swing the game in a certain direction. You know, that could happen too. And that's all I'm saying, animosity. A lot of people, like, I remember I put this, oh, no, that's not fun. He got all fucking mad. I was like, all right, cognitive dissonance at its finest. And then you've seen it in the NBA, what just happened. You know, that's a fact. And you're telling me this isn't in most sports? Like, I'm skeptical. Like I said, I don't believe anything. You know, I don't even believe sports anymore. I don't believe it's like a professional. Like, it just doesn't. Something's just not adding up. And when it doesn't add up, I question it. So that's just me, though. Soccer, I don't even watch soccer. You know, but it could be like really, you would only need to like bribe a coach or bribe one or two key players. Like, you can't bribe the whole team. I'm not saying that. But you got to bribe the people that are the key players, right? Just to let one slide through the goalie, let one do that, right? So, you know, and don't tell me crypto's not. Like, everything is manipulated. Markets, crypto, everything. It's all manipulated, you know. And then the news even works against you as well. They're like, everybody's like, economics so bad, blah 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 blah. You know, everything's doom and gloom. It's usually a good time to buy shit, just from my experience. But maybe this time's different. Waiting to see that. Even addresses are bottoming out. That's interesting. They say PI cycle top indicator is dead, which it may be. Maybe. The more frequent updates piss off. Wasn't that much more frequent. See if the predictions, no prediction cross at this time. Oh, Olympics is a ritual as far as I'm concerned. Bitty better bounce back above the 106. Yeah. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it yet. We make a new low, then things are kind of like, oh shit. But since I'm basically an alt setter all dead right now, it's like, what do? I'm gonna pull out the fucking pennies here. Like, it'll be the first time we've ever lost in a crypto cycle, that's for sure. That would suck. A lot of people are saying 4-year cycle, 4-year cycle. It's the end of the 4-year cycle. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it does something completely different this year. That'll throw the 4-year cycle out the window. It's just like those people there with the Ethereum flippening. Like, all those YouTubers giving all the reasons why Ethereum's going to surpass Bitcoin and all that. Like, yes, logically, yeah, it makes sense. However, that's not how markets work. Like, just because earnings are good and then the price goes down doesn't mean anything. Like, it's just like a lot of things are usually priced in before earnings, before news and everything like that. So when people try to relate a news article to a price movement, it's corrective at best. We've shown that so many times over the course of the 4 years we've been streaming now. It's just it gets annoying just to repeat myself because it's one of my biggest pet peeves, right? I just hate it. You know, I guess they're trying to teach a buddy about fucking why banks don't include Airbnb as part of your income for approvals. It didn't get into his head, and then I got a little snippy because I kept repeating myself, like, and he kept interrupting like he knew, oh, so you mean that's not my income, but it is my income. I'm like, no, that's I understand it's going into your bank account. But for approvals, they don't count that. You know, but, you know, and it's just things like that. Like, I'm just, my biggest pet peeve is repeating myself. Like, I could do it, I'm good with about 2 times, maybe 3 tops, but when it gets over that, then I start losing it a little bit. Especially if you're interjecting when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know, like, oh, it makes me batty, man. You know, like, if you want to learn, shut up. If you need to ask a question, wait till my explanation's done. It's simple. Like, this is basic respect. So, anyhow. What do you mean Biddy better bounce up to 106 there? Is that 101.6? I guess it depends what exchange you're looking at, I'm assuming. Yeah, if New York doesn't sell this off today, that'll be encouraging. Oh, you mean bounce at the 101.6, not gain the 106. Okay, 101.6. Let's take a look at S&P here. It's having a bit of a day. So we'll see if this is the 5th or what. I mean, it is getting kind of long in the tooth too. Like to me, this isn't a very, like, the structure's nice, but it's like, Good news is, at least we're oversold on the stock RSI. That's good news. Even the 3-day. Interesting. Weekly's not bad. Monthly, little concerning. 3 months, also a little concerning. It's way up there, but we'll see if we go further. It is very slow acting. So that's what I mean. If we do get another good pump, we should just sell into it and then let the dust settle into the summer. We know summers we never fucking rally. If anything, we rally in like July or whatever the month may be. But that seems to be of change too. You know, there's nothing really much going on there anymore. But we do know that she sells off. So we're entering the time of the year too where it actually, more times than not, it continues upwards. Usually Santa Claus rally and all that, but like we'll see if that is true this year or not. We can't always say like, oh, just because they did it last year, it's going to be the same this year. That's not how markets work, unfortunately. Markets work based on liquidity. So if there's anything to tech dev's liquidity cycle, and if that actually calls next year and does this whatever, like he's going with the trunk effect and all this trunk, like, oh, we're going to trade the trunk. Like whatever. I'm in more alts anyways. I'm expecting parabolics in those, and that's what I'm looking for. Whatever happens in Bitcoin, whenever it happens. But usually when people start changing their prognosis without price action to confirm it, I'm like, we'll put it as a scenario, but it's kind of like, did fear make you change that position? Yeah. Oh my god, I'm even drinking a coffee. Where the hell did Bach go anyways? He was here like almost every day. Last he came in, he was kind of gloating that he got some offer. So I thought he was never going to sell his little robot machine if it truly exists. Like, I don't know. I don't know the guy outside of here, but I have no reason to doubt him at this point. But at the same time, I'm skeptical of everything, right? So. Probably went bankrupt. Oh, God. What? Okay, I'm doing something right now, though. Okay. Yeah, they're great till they're not, but I don't know. Apparently he's a data scientist, or he knows how to do it. Which is basically just taking data and inputting it into a robot and letting it do its thing. Invert it, or you're talking head and shoulders. Because that's only like 40-50% of the time that works out. Oh, invert it probably. Can't be a head and shoulders though, because of the wick. Oh, these obviously didn't work out, so. I don't really see your head and shoulders there, dude. Yeah. It's just like the BARTs. They only work out about 50% of the time. It's just like any chart pattern. It's only about 50% of the time. You can't really use it. You have to use it in conjunction with other indicators and such. You can't just use one little thing like a lot of people like to do, and then they marry it. And then they divorce it. Yeah, me too. That's what that was. But I don't see any evidence of a head and shoulders like you're saying. Like if you're saying this is a shoulder, this is the head, and this is a shoulder. I mean, come on, man. Anyways, That's your analysis, not mine. I am way out. Well, that's what he's supposed to be on the daily. Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. Anyways, I'm not convinced. What I am convinced is everyone's... Actually, you know what? Feels like people are getting JEBAITOR to the downside. I'm assuming this is our last chance at below 100k. Was this morning. Could be wrong. Starting to look that way, however. Had a nice hourly close just now. It's a beautiful hourly close. So... just don't psych yourself out. That's all I'm saying. It's easier to do that. I feel a lot of people are psyching themselves out. Maybe we should go check the coin telegram right now. See what's going on there. See if it's like really batshit crazy. That's the Bitcoin. Uh-oh. I don't like seeing that. A bill to reopen government with crypto bill in limbo. Privacy coins are there. Uh-oh. FBI can't be blamed for wiping hard drive with 345 million BTC, judge says. God. What is it? Zcash, Monero, Dash, ZK Zinc, Decred. Let's read this one. This one sounds funny. The U.S. Appeals Court says the FBI is at fault for wiping a drive containing over 3,400 Bitcoin, as its convicted owner never informed the government that he owned the tokens. That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would it just be on a hard drive? It's supposed to be on a blockchain and a wallet so you can access it. Loss of a key to access. Oh, so the key was on the computer. Well, that's stupid. You're supposed to have paper keys, you dumb shit. You have that many Bitcoin, you didn't have a piece of fucking paper that had it on there, or a separate, like, key drive or something? Oh my god. You had that much fucking money in there. That's dumb. Bitcoin tycoon. Claim to own 1,500 in Bitcoin. Oh, what does that mean? Device fraud, identity theft. Yeah, I might have stole it from people. That's probably what happened. Yeah, what a loser. Yeah. No offense, Animosity. I do find you're very emotional at turning points. It seems that way. You've done this before. Darren does the same thing. Darren's a very smart guy too. I'm not knocking anybody down here. It's just I notice things over time. This is why I do my own thing, and I have to block everybody out. That's the only way to do this market, or any market for that matter. It's the only way I know how to do it now, is I have to just believe in what I am thinking and nobody else. Everyone else tries to knock me off the cradle all the time. Always doing that because, you know, you're being careful, you're fearful right now. Like, you know, these are things, right? These are things that are happening, and it's easy to fall victim to fear psychology. I mean, this could end very bad. Like, it could. Like, it's still there. I'm not saying we're out of it yet, but I'm just saying, if you're more into alts, which I am, Bitcoin doesn't matter to me as much. It only matters because of crypto market as a whole. So therefore it's important to me in that retrospect. But as for gains, like, holy cow, alts have just been an utter disappointment. So next time around, whenever next time around is, might be in 5 more fucking years, might be 50 years old there, boys. You never know. Hey, look at this fucking old sensei here, fucking the crypto sensei. Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, if you have profits, you take them, right? Like, that's the thing. But, like, right now, we're not really in the profits on my end. Because it's more of, you know, I'm a little too spread out still. So, this time around, I was really wanting to sell it all. And then we're going to focus in on Bitcoin once it comes back down. Which I'm still thinking around the 60K area. We would probably come down to see that. We'll see though. I mean, see how it all goes. And then any Bitcoin gains, you would just get into the friggin' alts from there. But alts, you could just wait. Like, as we witnessed, you could just wait for, like, ever, apparently. Oh, I know. I can't wait to get rid of all my alts, too. Just give us the opportunity to do so. Yeah, so if you took big profits, that's fine. But we're also operating under 2 different strategies as well, right? Where you're a pure Bitcoin and I'm more alts. Because I've seen the power of the alts and what they can do to your wealth. Very small grub stake could turn into a lot. You ain't getting hundreds of X with Bitcoin unless you're buying the absolute bottom. Like, even then, if you bought at 15K, well, let's say 16K, you did pretty well if you bought it that low, you know. At the same time, percentage-wise, what could happen in alt season, it's a gamble. It's a leverage play. It's like silver to gold in a way, right? So, well, and HBAR has an ETF now too, apparently, I heard. So, I don't really think there's reason for a 911 right now, especially if we have liquidity cycles or business cycles still bottoming. We have to look at what's going on too. Government shutdown, also tariffs, which are supposed to be struck down now. So we're going to see, because I think the House passed 2 resolutions now, or the Senate, I should say, to get the tariffs gone. So we'll see what happens there. Which, for a strong America, tariffs were the reason why all these companies were going back there. So it's also an interesting thing. But the thing is, though, like, Trump could always veto those bills, but however, if it's in the Supreme Court, I don't know if he can veto that. Because technically the Supreme Court is more powerful than him, isn't it? That part I don't know 100%. That I don't know. A lot of terror. Yeah, there would be. So that'll be an interesting event if it happens. I mean, I don't think... I think Trump's already planned ahead on that, though. So we'll see what happens. Like, because they're trying to say tariffs should be illegal and that. But really, though, all he would probably have to do is just declare a national emergency, and then they couldn't really do too much then. Because if he was to do that, then I would think it would hold laws at bay, wouldn't they? Something. I don't know the inner workings of that. I'd have to learn more about that. Maybe we could ChatGPT this, because we don't really know the answer. Now, we also know that ChatGPT likes to blow a lot of smoke up our ass. But we'll ask it these questions. Supreme Court force President Trump to take away tariffs. I don't know how else to word it easily. We'll just see. Who controls tariffs? Set and managed by Congress, because the Constitution gives Congress power. However, Congress has delegated a lot of tariff authority to the President through laws like Trade Expansion Act allows tariffs for national security reasons. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. So when it comes to national security, I don't even think the Supreme Court could do anything about that. Trade Act allows tariffs to respond to unfair trade practices. So right here, that's how Trump was able to impose tariffs on steel, aluminum, Chinese imports, well, new congressional votes. Supreme Court rule the Supreme Court cannot take away tariffs directly or order a president to remove them just because they disagree. So one thing I have to say that ChatGPT is really good for is law and taxes, because it's all in the books. You're able to find it all on the law websites, right? So it's able to scan that shit really quick. But when you're talking about like critical thinking ideas, though, like things that are very controversial, it's not the best. That I have to say, it's a little different. It basically just goes the mainstream way from what I've seen. So the Supreme Court could strike down a tariff if it finds presidency illegal authority, or uphold it if the law grants him, or uphold the law grants him broad cases. Trump used Section 2. The courts mostly upheld his authority, saying Congress had legally delegated that power. Had heard such a case, unless they ruled that delegation on the tariffs would stay. Bottom line is, cannot directly cancel tariffs. It can only rule on President Trump's legal basis for it was valid, which technically he can make the argument that they were. So he would appeal that, so it wouldn't be just like an overnight thing. Isn't there a case currently in front of the Supreme Court wanting the tariffs struck down? Case challenges Powers Act under statute can declare national emergency, which that was the other thing I was saying. Unusual and extraordinary threat, which has investigated sources, lower courts, Federal Trade, Trump's administration asked us to review the case on an expedited basis. already indicated that some justices are skeptical to administration position. Important caveats. The case does not mean that all tariffs or trade authority are necessarily at risk or invalidated. The challenges are specifically around the IEEPA to impose broad, reciprocal, and trafficking tariff measures. The tariffs in questions are still in effect now. The lower courts are on hold. Even if SCOTUS rules against the administration, there are other statutes on trade which under tariffs may be imposed. So the decision doesn't automatically nullify tariffs. That's what I was looking for, nullify. What's at stake? The outcome shade balance between powers under the Constitution, has power to taxes, duties, imposts, and regulate commerce. Who claims broad marching powers in trade policy. If SCOTUS rules against administration, it could undermine one of Trump's key economic policies. On the flip side, if the court upholds the tariffs, it could represent a major expansion of executive power, because then you'd have case law. There are very large financial consequences of investments that tariffs are struck down. The U.S. could owe tens or hundreds of billions in refunds the businesses already paid them, so that wouldn't be very good. You're correct in thinking that there is a case. It is not decided yet to focus on whether the EIA gave the president authority to impose broad tariffs rather than tariffs universally. The decision will be about legal constitutional authority, not about simple whether tariffs should be taken away on policy grounds. Regardless of the outcome, it will influence but not necessarily end all tariffs or trade leverage. Pull up the docket number, eh? Yeah, pull up the docket number. What's up, Trip? You all horned up there with your Litecoin rally? 30% in like 3 days? Do it to the other country? Well, they can. It's just the reciprocal tariffs, I guess, where he's using them as a weapon. Like if other countries impose tariffs, then he'll put more tariffs. I'll see though, it's going to be very hard for them to do that, and then he'll most likely appeal. My final docket number is... okay, the court granted. See, this is an interesting case though, right? Because it will set the legal precedent. Not president, but precedent. You know, case law. What the president can do and future generations can do. Because the whole idea of him there is to do tariffs so that he could get rid of income tax was apparently the idea. But we know how governments are. It's just like Canada. Oh, we're going to bring in the GST to pay off the national debt, huh? Yeah. I think the national debt went up like fucking 20x since then. Yeah. The government is just a bunch of fucking retards and liars anyways. Especially that Philip Champagne. You should hear that guy talk. Hey there, Mr. President. Hey. There, Mr. Speaker. Oh, fuck. Like, when you hear that guy talk, you almost think it's like a cartoon show or something. It's like, is this guy for real? Like, he's just that fucking French? Like... okay. Oracle struck down the tariffs under IEEP. Then the United States Court of Appeals for Federal Circuit upheld that ruling in August 2020. Court of Appeals. You can do. If you like, pull up the SCOTUS full docket sheet. Yeah, that's what I asked, you fucker. Yes. Jesus Christ. Online at the court docket. There it is. Okay. Good enough. Alright, we'll look at that after. Guys, excited? Well, we're just waiting there. We're just holding on to our butts here, you know, like the Jurassic Park. Like, if you're unfamiliar. Do you like my title today, Trip? Brookfield CEO refused parliamentary order to testify. That's where Mark Carney... Oh, Mark Carney's just getting rich off Canada. Well, getting more rich off Canada. Like, how much money is enough? Like, fuck. You guys own the money anyways. I was gonna say. Yeah, this one. Yeah. That's right. And for all time's sake there, guys. For all time's sake, you know, we have to do it.
Continuité d'homme. Temporary d'automne, reversable. One pit and payant a blue flag. Put him to sleep. Go to Korea food.
Oh,
It's the bottom.
I'm 100%. I know the BTC dominant searcher. We're gonna look at that in a bit.
Pushy side west.
It's a clean ending diagonal with a wave too.
Print 100 million Ether 1 goes to sleep. 10 pound pit. Load a deep. Sideways until he sleeps, then crashy with the exact same Korea fond. Get Vitalik on the lane.
Oh, it is. And a normal person only has like maybe $1,000 into this. Like, I got tens of thousands of fucking dollars into this. I need out. Daddy needs to eat. Fuck. Need to buy a business here. I could buy even more assets. Oh fuck. I hope we get the green dildo next, guys. Oh fuck. What's the 2021 music? I don't know what the 2021 music is, but yeah. Or maybe I just blocked it out of my memory. Oh, the 2021 music. That I had that. It was kind of cool, like low bass rap shit there. Yeah, I can't find it anymore, man. Someone took it down. I don't know. Yeah, it was at the. Do 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 do. Yeah. What the hell was it called? The hot tub incident? Oh god, that's a good question. I don't know, man. That's a pretty big ultimatum. If it was an accident again, yeah, sure. But if I had to do it like willingly, yeah, I don't know about that. Oh god. Oh, thanks for reminding me. Although, I did clean my lower colon out pretty good, I have to say. Jesus Christ. The hot tub enema, man. I feel sorry who rented that fucking room next. Holy fuck. Just all fucking itchy. Oh. It makes me laugh. No, just thinking about it. Alright, let's look at this here. See if we could find anything. Doesn't really tell us too much. Yeah, don't buy the wrong magnesium there. One of them makes you shit your fucking drawers, I'll tell you that. Gotta buy the glycinate one. Or, yeah, something like that. Glycinate or whatever. Starts with a G anyways. Yeah. What was it called? Was it called Stream Beats? Yeah, it was by this dude. No copyright. Rap. Definitely wasn't this. Yeah, it wasn't this, but maybe we'll save this in a playlist, so. Yeah, I'll just get that off. Let's just turn that off for a minute. I think it was on this one here. I guess I'll have one of the songs somewhere. Six unavailable videos are hidden, so it's probably one of those. Yeah, I don't know why. That's weird. It is what it is, I guess. It feels like the artist. I mean, I can go we could go fuck around with it, I guess. I mean, it was something like this. Yeah, it was something like this. Yeah, maybe we'll leave it on. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah, I even went to his channel though. It wasn't. Maybe we could try finding it again. I mean. The originals. Yeah, this isn't it. Yeah, no, you're not gonna. I had a hard time finding it, man. Okay. Piss off. Yeah. Piss off. We'll put back on that other one there. Sounded okay. We'll just fast forward a bit though. But yeah, it was kind of like this though, eh? Yeah. For now, anyways, at least this song. Some creepy fucking music now. See what this other one is here. Just give me a minute here. Oh. Yeah, it's like a totally different channel, this one. Alright, we're almost above the weekly MA, guys. This is good. Very good. Very, very, very good. Very good! Alright. Let's do some breakout lines, maybe. So we'll set up our channeling for now. See if it breaks through the channeling. And then put this one as our, put it as big green, the thick one. Yeah. Alright, so we want to get back into the upper level here past the green line. We do that, we have a shot here. We have a very good shot. And then what this could be, we could actually do this. So let's say we go over the weekend or something. You know, something like that would be my best guess. Maybe not exactly like that, but something like that. Now, He's probably doing a nice engulfer today. Look at that. Just engulfed. Oh, Theta, let's go. Oh, fuck yes. Let's go. Yeah. I can feel it, guys. It's coming back. It's coming back. Well, well, well. If it isn't carbon tax, Jack Legas. Feels like there's some life. Now we need to, like, go. Back up the hill. Alright, let's go look at the dominance here. Holy shit, it's below 60 already. So we have the ending diagonal. Nothing really came of this. But now, we went up. That was that flash crash. And we have the lower high in place. 2 lower highs. Retest in place. Should make a new low here. Alright, so possible count is this. Yes, yes, yes. Very good, very good, very good. We'll just put it as intermediate for now. I'm not saying this is the proper degree, but we'll just start with it. Oh, yes, yes, yes. This is our bear music animosity. Just to do the opposite. Oh yeah, it'll creep back up. And when it happens, it'll happen very quick. I just laughed at Trip. That's all I did. I just laughed at that fucking guy. Hey Trip, aren't you just giggling in your fucking nutsack right now? You're just like, yes, 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 yes. Bought it like literally here. You're saying it. I hope it hits my 81, and it fucking did. And you said it beforehand, so there's no reason to call you a bullshitter like fucking sports. I'm a skeptic with most things, but I'm not being skeptical with you. Simply because you were praying for it yesterday. Yeah. But the wick test, guys, there's always a wick test. I do believe the wick testing is now complete. We just need Bitcoin to hold its levels, and we need to keep that weekly. We have to keep the weekly MA. I can't stress how important that is. It's so important. You know, I seen on YouTube the other day that fat fucker, what's his name there? Bare naked retard there. He probably only streams on Kick or something now. I mean, that's another faker. He's another fake guy. So many fake people, man. H bar over 18. Yeah, we need Dent. The Jebaitor is tribute to the Dent. Yeah, maybe we'll put that in the title. Who knows where that guy... Hopefully he's not back in prison or something. But didn't his dad die or something? Which kind of fucking sucks. It does suck. And then after that, I just kind of left it. The Dent is still alive? I would think so, unless he went on some kind of rampage when his dad passed. Yeah, he just totally went off the radar. He's been gone for like a whole year. Remember when he sold that video when he was that island boy and the Squid Games market crashed? Remember that? And then he sold an NFT for like $3,000 with that video. Someone owns that video technically, which I don't understand the reason why someone would pay that. But
be the fully. But obviously the real one is not.
Where do you get this music from?
So the market cap is $2.168 trillion. And now the market. Oh! Zero! Damn! There we go. Squid Games. Sayonara, motherfucker. Oh, good lord.
It was so funny as he was saying the market cap too, eh?
You seen it live. A goddamn roll,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, I seen it. I was watching him at the time this happened. I was like, holy fuck!
Wow, holy
I used to watch him. I thought he was pretty fucking genuine.
What the fuck happened here? What happened here, dude?
He was getting some clout too, you know, like he was getting some, and then I don't know. There's other YouTubers doing videos on him and all that, and
Amount of coins that are locked, staked, whatever the fuck's going on, that would be the fully.
if you guys can find that music track he's playing there, let me know what it is. It's always a good one he was playing.
The real one is not. So
He's not streaming on Kick or something, is he?
$2.16
One more time.
trillion.
Boom! You just see the flash, eh?
Damn! There we go.
Yeah.
Squid Game.
And earlier in the day too, like before his hair like fell down, but like he had the spikes and everything, eh? It was funny. Like point. Like just watch it flash. Boom!
And now
Holy Christ. Where did it go? Like where did all the money go? Like man. Yeah, it was pretty good. Hard to compete with that. You know, and he didn't try to make himself sound like king shit, like he knew fucking everything either. He was the most sarcastic motherfucker too. So funny. Oh yeah? Cam up, bitch. Cam up, motherfucker.
Damn! There we go. Squid Games. Sayonara, motherfucker. Oh, good lord. Holy shit. You seen it live, baby. You seen it live. A goddamn rock pool, baby.
It's all about the go animosity.
A live rocking. Wow.
Man, this was 4 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah, 4 years ago. Fuck, time flew. Just because you don't remember all the little shit in between, eh? Huh. Yeah, well, it'd be nice if he came back, but, you know. It's pretty hard, though, if you lose your dad. But, you know, most people get over it. I mean, he had, but I think his dad really helped him there, because, you know, didn't he go to jail because he DUI and killed somebody by accident or something? I think got manslaughter or something like that, from what I remember. I mean, totally sucks. Yeah. Yeah, really. Like, it, totally unfortunate for him, you know. And then his dad, and that was during the whole COVID thing too. So hopefully his dad didn't get that jab, and that's what happened, because that's just a piss off. Anyways, we're not going to start that conversation right now. Just things you notice, and you always question when you hear someone passes. It's like, oh, oh, they were only 55 years old, eh? Interesting. For 10 years, eh? Fuck me. Like, man. You know what, though? They need to really do something about prisons, though. And I don't mean like lightened sentences, but while they're in there, let's get these guys like some certificates, some education, like a college degree or something. Because when they come out, man, have fun getting a job. You can't get a government job either because you can't get procured, or even if like let's say you want to work for a contracting company, you can't work on a government site because they can't procure the company if they have a criminal or an ex-con on there, right? So like my whole thing to this is there needs to be some kind of program while they're in there, so when they come out, they could go right back to working, because you know how they're gonna, you know what's gonna happen is they're gonna go right back to a life of crime. Is what's gonna happen. They're gonna go right back to a life of crime. Why? Because they can't get a reasonable job. If you can't get a reasonable job, you can't get a reasonable place to live. If you can't get a reasonable place to live, well, now you're desperate. And when you're desperate, you're gonna do whatever you can to survive. So, and you already have the tendencies to act like a criminal. I'm not saying he does, but like, you know, he had an unfortunate event happen. A dumb decision that forever changed his life, unfortunately. I mean, that could have been any one of us. Like, anyone here that says they've never ever drank a couple beers and fucking drove, I call bullshit. I really do. Unless you've never touched a sip of alcohol in your life, I just call bullshit. You know, I think we've all done it to a certain degree, but as you get older, you learn just like, okay, you know, it's not worth it. Especially in Canada, they can just pull you over now, eh? Even if you're not drinking, they can pull you over and breathalyze, you know. Even actually in Ontario, they pull you over, they'll breathalyze you. Even if it's for like a blinker, they'll breathalyze you now. Yeah. When they made marijuana legal, they slipped it in where they don't need reasonable cause to give you a breathalyzer anymore in the legalization of marijuana. But if you're driving stoned, yeah, they need reasonable cause. So they need to smell it, they need, you know, all that in order to test you, right? So, hell, in Canada, let's say you're drinking and you got home and someone ratted on you or someone suspected and they called the cops. The cops can legally go to your house 2 hours after you got home. Which, how do they know you just got home in 2 hours? So there's a whole big thing there. But they could demand a breathalyzer when you're even at your house, eh? Yeah, see, if someone's like going and they tried killing another person, like, okay, unless it's this thing there. Let's say you're a dad and someone did something and it split it to one of your kids. Doesn't matter if daughter or son, you guys know what I mean. And he goes he goes unhinged and goes and does something. I don't even know if print a sentence is gonna fix him, because I would say just ignore it then. You know why? Because the system didn't work for him. They didn't do anything for him. They fucking didn't prosecute this motherfucker that did something to one of his kids, and he was just doing what any real man would fucking do, in my opinion. I'll tell you, some of these fucking immigrants or anyone touching my kids there, man, I'll fucking lose it. I'll fucking lose it. I would. I would. That is a guarantee. Except I would really plan it out. I would do my best not to get caught. A shotgun would be involved. Middle of the bush would be involved, and a shovel. I mean, nobody would know. Nobody would know. Maybe even a shotgun wouldn't be involved. I mean, just watch the movie Mr. Brooks. I mean, you don't have a handgun, but if you're just to do it, some kind of things like that, yeah. Oh yeah, just to watch some of the old streams, eh. I mean, that one there was probably the most memorable. Well, it would be nice if he would just let us know that he's alive. Does anybody know if he's alive still, or at least not in jail? Yeah, they're still active, eh? I wonder what made him quit streaming. Because he was pretty big, man. Looked like he was earning, I don't know, making like a half-decent wage off of it anyways. he just kind of vanished after that. Maybe he went into maybe he's in a depression. I don't know, man. Anyways, I hope he's doing all right. Oh yeah, he is a funny guy. I liked when he used to fucking just rat on the chat there. Oh yeah, cam up, bro. Cam up. Come on, we'll bring you on, cam up. I try to cam people up. Nobody wants to come on my stream. Have a conversation, you know. That's fine, whatever. I don't even care anymore. Come on, get my little 20 viewer base here and just keep rolling. I just stop. I got this dual output just because I don't feel like subscribing to anything. I gotta run it on YouTube, but I think I might run it on Kick or maybe. I wonder if TikTok would do something because I got it on vertical, so maybe TikTok would be better. Because there are a bunch of retards on there. So it might liven the chat up a bit by bringing a bunch of retards in here. You never know. Because we know we can't go and stir the pot with other streamers because they're all weak. They sit there and they fucking cry and then they report you like a little bitch. Like those girls that thought they were fucking so smart, redacted, and they're just sitting there all fucking naked on stream with these little black boxes. It's like, oh my god. Then all the little simps there, the guys that are on Reddit, they're the little kitchen cells are on there, and they're just like with their hand in their pocket and their mouse hand on their cock and the other hand on their fucking mouse. You know, typing with one hand probably. When 5 years from now, I could yeah, that's another thing too, eh? They could just jail you, like, if it gets to that point, which it might. I'd be a terrible prisoner. I would just start riots all the time. Fuck them. Especially if I feel I didn't do anything wrong. Nope. Fuck them. Well, at least with Twitch, the videos get deleted 90 days later. YouTube, you have to kind of go on and delete it, eh? But whatever. What are they gonna jail me for anyways? Calling someone a fucking faggot? Like, ooh. You know what's fucking weird? You know, I'm sick of double standards. You know, you got these, like, not against black people, but when they're going around calling each other the N-word, calling me the N-word and all that shit, like, why can't I go up and be like, what's up, my faggot? Like, come on. Like, give me a break here. Like, oh, okay, because you have the right tone in your voice and the right fucking color, you could use the word, but because I'm not, I can't use it, I'll get stabbed or fucking murdered. Like, you know, like, it just doesn't make sense. I'm sick of double standards. And don't make it like they were the only slaves in the world. Give me a break. Learn history, man. Every culture was a slave. Yeah, hurting someone's feelings, that's it. You can go to jail for that. That's like Canada now. That's what happens when democracy gets too feminized. That's, who was... It's a Roman guy, starts with an A. Alcalitis or something there. Yeah. Well, and this is the reason why, like, when democracy gets too feminized, a lot of times we see law and order go down. We see society just crumble. You know, we really do, unfortunately. That's been the way of history. I mean, I wish it weren't that way, but it is. And, yeah. It's kind of... It's interesting and a little scary all in one, you know. So we're dropping this. So, oh, dude, I'll just fight till they fucking knock me the fuck out, or maybe I'll knock them out. Unless it's a gang, right? And it's a little tough. Well, that's why you gotta... Well, yeah. It'd be a different atmosphere. I don't really want to ever venture into that realm. I don't think any of us do. It doesn't seem very fun. Unless you're Wes Watson there, you're proud of it. You're like, yeah, I was in prison. Blah, 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 blah. Looks like he's going to go back to prison there for that assault. That guy's such a little wuss, though. I'm 6 foot. What the? It's like, shut up, man. You were not 6 foot. You were 5'8". Just everybody lying, man. Everybody lying. So annoying. I'd rather the hot tub. No, it's not. Why would prison be fun? But my whole thing is, though, like, why isn't there some programs, like, you're in there for 10 years. Why can't you go and get some type of degree while you're in there? I mean, you have all this time. Oh, prisoners shouldn't get this. It's like, dude, do you want them to be a productive member of society, or do you still want them to be a fucking heathen when they come out? Like, at least they'll have a diploma, and then, you know, not necessarily be able to work anywhere because of the criminal record and that, but, like, you know, that's another thing. It's just like, no, I'm not saying all ex-cons deserve to get a job and that like that, but, like, depending on what it is, it's like, well, how else are they gonna assimilate back into society? Like, you can't just keep them out on the outer circle, because they'll always be there, and then it's just a life of crime. And, you know, like, I guess the only other way is to start a business, really, or become an influencer. It's another way. Yeah, in Europe you can. No, not here in Canada or the US. Which is unfortunate. But I do hear Europe has a lot better prison system than we do, though. I do hear that. Sentiment sure seemed to flip fast. Well, we'll see if it all holds, right? We know how it goes when we have pump-ups. They usually sell off pretty quick, too. But if they don't, that's a good sign. So we have to wait. We can't just react. You know how it happens when we react. And it's like, oh my god, here we go, finally. And then nothing good happens. ICP was one of the first ones, to kind of do that. Even Adam's going. This would be a good one if it goes. I have a lot of that stash somewhere, and it's like being staked, so I just keep getting more and more of it. I'm just like, oh, whatever. We'll play the Kiefer card here. We'll see if it goes. You know, I mean, it's no different than any other alt looking right now. BTC dominance is looking good though, so it's no surprise that that's happening. But we need this to continue down. We need Bitcoin to make new all-time highs, with this going down continuously. And if we could achieve that formula, it's going to be a good run. And TechDev's liquidity cycle, business cycle, will come to fruition. And if it does come to fruition, we probably have about a year of bull left, with a pretty good correction in between that. So we'll have to analyze it as we get more into it. So see how it is. Well, Ethereum bounced off the weekly MA very well. Like, look at it. Look at its bounce off its weekly MA. So sexy. But it hasn't been really trending the weekly that much, eh? Like, not like Bitcoin. Bitcoin loves its weekly MA. Like, you don't want this to go down any further. That song was kind of annoying. Let's gonna put this on. Some chill fucking lofty beat crap on. Yeah, it did. So hopefully this is the worst of it. I mean, like I said, my buddy Darren, he's pretty good for sentiment. Like I remember him with XLM back in 2020, where it's like it's at all-time highs in Satoshi's. He's all jacked, and that was like the literal top. It was crazy. He does it a lot. He doesn't realize it though, and he's not an idiot. It's just he doesn't have enough experience yet in watching charts and understanding price action. He lacks in that. But that's fine. That's not everyone could be 100% in everything. I'm not saying I'm 100%, but I have a lot of experience in just watching these goddamn charts and price action. Doesn't mean I'm some world-renowned trader. No. That's very tough to do. I'm an investor. That's what I am. So I buy spot. That's my major claim to fame, I guess, if you want to say that. But it's not hard to do. It's very easy. But you have to have conviction, and you have to understand why you even doing what you're doing, and understand that it's not just going to be a straight up event. There's going to be a lot of bullshit that you may not have foreseen, which this cycle has been very, very much like that. So we just have to know that each cycle is going to be slightly different, or a lot different. This one feels a lot different than previous cycles, at least the last two anyhow. What does that mean though? It just means that the market keeps evolving. That's all that really means. And we can't always say, well, this happened last time, so it's going to happen this time. I get people want to look for patterns and stuff like that, but it doesn't always happen. It's something you just have to learn through experience and accept it. Yeah, personally, I wouldn't want to see breakage of this unless it's just a quick sweep, eh? Hopefully this ain't no triangle nonsense. That's why we really need to get up into here, right? So maybe we'll put this as green as well. We need this to go. Yeah, another one too I miss is has been watching YouTube tutorials on trading. Okay. Was Kiefer. Oh my god, his 2 weeks of fame. I think most people forgot about him. That was in the depths of 2021. Fuck, that was funny, man. I'm here, guys. I'm here entertaining to you. And then his big downfall was when he had his black buddy come on, start rapping. Yeah, man, when I rise, you rise. And that was like the end of it. Once he ran out of money to trade his retarded positions. Yeah, and Keith Coin, that was another downfall. Yeah, and it went up and then down right away, just like all the meme coins. Yeah, his partner rugged it and then blamed him for everything too. That's what I mean. You can't trust these internet people, man. They're a bunch of fucking retards. Bunch of little scammers. Like, don't even trust me, man. Like, fuck. Want to watch and stuff like that, but like, difference between me is I'm not trying to sell you shit. I'm just giving my opinion. That's about it. That's the big difference. I'm not trying to shill or anything. It's not like I'm doing this for the views. Like, you know, I don't make any clips or anything. But maybe just for shits and giggles, I might change it from YouTube to TikTok. Just to stream on there and just to see what happens. Just to see what happens. Just to see. I'm just curious, right? I just want to see. And if it gets to be like too many idiots coming here, yeah, we'll go to Kick or Rumble or something. Because I have a dual output there where I could just do vertical. So I kind of have to keep the chart over like this in order to see it on the YouTube, I guess. But I guess it's on there. But the whole point of it, that is to funnel people into here, right? That's the whole point. You copy trade Parrot setup. Okay, don't allege stuff on me, man. I don't copy trade anybody. I'm not even trading, you loser. Say one more thing, you're gone. I don't need to get any of this bullshit there where people are alleging shit to me. You can't. No. I don't even put up with your fucking made up bullshit. You'll be gone. You got one more fucking chance, I'll tell you that. I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you. Yeah, sent to the gulag with no key. Just alleging absolute lies. Absolute lies. And that pisses me off. Now I'll put up with that shit. Yeah, also having a nice day today, but I mean, it's from the lows, so we should see something, for Christ's sakes. Nice price action though. I'm digging it. Nice 4-hour engulfing. So that'll be closed at what, 3 o'clock? Yeah, it's all an hour difference now, eh? Instead of 8 o'clock close, it's 7 o'clock because of daylight savings time. That's another thing that's stupid. Daylight savings time. Like, that was for the farmers. You know what the funniest thing about daylight savings time? Okay, it's for the farmers, right? You go to Saskatchewan, guess what? They don't practice daylight savings time there. And that's the farming place! Like, that's the farming province, man. And they don't even practice daylight savings time. Make that make sense. Like... Yeah, it'll be an interesting one. So we should see a decent week next week, I would think. But we won't know until it happens, obviously. What we do know is that most of the liquidity at this point is up here. So we should be able to come up and grab it. There's a few $1 billion up here above the 115. Sitting above the 116 anyways. Which would be nice. Go up, peg the 120, and then come down and kind of settle into these levels again. So it kind of look like this. Go up. And then go. Probably repeat this side. Then people will be like, oh, look at the shoulder, head, shoulder. Very possible that could happen right now, you know. Very possible. Alright. I think it's enough of this music. Let's go back to our copyrighted stuff, apparently. What's Crypto King doing with his little fake paper accounts? Because that's what they are. Nobody gives 20k bonuses to this loser. He's short. Alright. Funny how that works, eh? Withdrew 18.2k with fee kickback. Lies. 20k bonus. Lies. They do not give you bonuses. They do not give you 20k. This is a new exchange. He always does this though, eh? Once he loses whatever he has here. And it's all overlays too, by the way. So once he goes and he loses, then he finds another exchange to go on, says he got another bonus. It's the same thing with this guy. And who knows if all these assholes are real too, you know? People could say that they are, but I don't know. I think it's all a big scam. Just to get the people trading on their links, that's all it is. I hope I don't get liquidated. Famous last words. That's still 5,000. Okay, so this is the higher replacement cost. 1 second here, guys. I just gotta look at my new insurance here. $909, eh? Alright, that looks fine. Boom. Say $5,000 a year. Fuck you, NFP cocksuckers. I do love real estate though. When you have good buildings, you have good processes, it's a really good business. But it's capital intensive. That's why people who don't have a lot of capital, or not, especially this day and age, it's pretty hard. So if you want real estate, you have to find something that you need to fix up, and you got to have a skill set to do that. If you don't, well, you better have the capital to put into it. If not, maybe your capital will be better towards a business. Maybe service as a subscription business online, or some kind of ground business, but buy a business. I wouldn't build one. It's too risky. Cheaper, mind you. A lot cheaper, but every YouTuber's telling everybody to cut fucking lawns and sweep leaves now. To me, that's just like, if everybody's doing it, I don't want to do it, you know? I like to do the opposite of what everyone's doing. Right now, everyone's getting into real estate. It's like, maybe we'll just settle down for a bit. I got my Ring of Fire play still going, my mining play. It's worked out fine. Remember, I bought my shit when the fucking town was depressed, and everybody said I was an idiot for buying those. You know what I found out? Here's something that I've learned through experience, guys. If everyone likes your idea, it's probably a bad idea for business. If everyone hates your idea and says it sucks, it's usually a good idea. Weird, isn't it? Isn't that weird? To me, it was weird. $103 on the one exchange. This could be an interesting close today. But it doesn't mean the weekly's closed, right? We need the weekly. I would like to close above the 50 MA, or at least not make a new low at minimum. Okay, we'll compromise with that. However, we're like right there though. Right at the line. I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't want to trade this. I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, oh, should I put another fucking $500 into this bitch? Because if we get it good and it stays, and you know we can get a pretty good grand slam, but when you just get milked for too long, eh? So we'll see how it goes. I mean, there's other times you can just get into, but trading, it's better just to do spot. It really is. Trading, there's a lot of flair to it, though. It's a lot of fun if you're winning. But, like, yeah, there's no way. There is no way this guy could lose this much money and he just magically gets it back and he says it's all bonuses. There's no way. I don't believe it. He's a bullshitter. Yeah, but he's lying, though, thousands. That's my allegation. He's lying. There is no exchange on this God's green fucking earth that gives you free money to trade with as a bonus. No. It's all horseshit. And it's not like you could see his wallet. It's not like you could see anything here. Yeah, that's right, CK. I'm talking about you, fucker. Be honest with people that you're not getting these bonuses. Yeah, you scratch your head. You know I'm fucking caught you. You know. Yeah, I went to the same place. I'm like, hey, could I get 20K? They're like, what are you talking about? We don't do that. Maybe through affiliates and stuff. And they just referred me to the affiliate program to shill referrals, which I'm not going to do. We'll let a bunch of losers like Kimba do that. Yeah, Kimba, you gonna show up now? You got a little robot there that fucking has like, oh, anytime your fucking name is mentioned, you show up. Yeah. Stop shilling. Stop shilling people fucking trade shit. Less than 1% of the people could actually win. And it's much less than that. No, I'm just fed up with all these influencers. I'm just fed up with everybody lying, man. He sold out. He was sold out from the beginning. There's even allegations with him paper trading, right? But there's actually evidence towards that on that one video, which was interesting. So, and just because someone, okay, I didn't even bring it up. Someone brought it up in my community. We went and researched it. Then I got banned from his community. I didn't even go over there to stir the pot. I didn't even do that once. We just talked about it over here, and then I'm banned. So that just lets me know that, yeah, indeed, the guy's a fucking liar. He's a bullshitter. He's nothing more than a fucking fancy little manipulator. He's just like every other grifter on the internet, man. Yeah, I mean, Twitch hasn't done me any favors. I mean, we're going to start exploring with this dual output to other ones there. It's just... all it is just my screen is vertical on one and like normal on the other, right? So for now, we'll stream to Twitch, but what's going on, Hibiki? Yeah, we're doing okay. Alts are finally coming back alive, but we'll see how this all ends. We need that weekly MA. We need the weekly 50. We're right there, so that's good news. So next week's going to be an important week. That's my 2 cents on that. Fed up 74%? My good fuck. Well, maybe alt season's coming, guys. A lot of them are up double digits today. But that's what I mean, though, Hibiki. Like, I was just going through a while ago about how you have to literally... You gotta have conviction. And if this liquidity business cycle is truly the North Star, then one, we understand a lot more than most people do. Number two, we can use this now not to time tops and bottoms, but to understand where trend will be going for the next year or so, right? Like if liquidity cycle is topping, yeah, we're going to start selling or even put shorts if we have some profit to fuck around with that. But then once we see bottoming action and the business cycle kind of doing its thing, then we know, okay, we do Bitcoin, we don't do alts, we only do Bitcoin, and then we diverge off into alts at some point. That part will be difficult to know when, but it'll be when the Bitcoin dominance starts to turn, we could start loading in. Or we're going to have some kind of little scare event, which we recently had, and now we're kind of testing those lows in that area of the wick, a little bit below it on some charts. Some charts it's the same, kind of like here, right here. So we basically came down, just test underneath of it. But so Where's the daily 50? 112.5. We got ways to go for the daily, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, if someone's telling you how to do stuff and they're not fucking showing their face on camera, that's another thing too I don't trust. All these people fucking not showing their face. Because they don't want you to know who they are. They can say, oh, it's because I don't want the IRS coming after me and all that, but is that really the truth? That could be a justification, right? You know who I'm talking about. Crypto face? I don't know. I don't really know that guy. Like, nobody has the magic wand, okay? Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, the guy has bots around. Every time we mention his name, all of a sudden, I'm pretty sure it's his side account or something. It has to be. Or it's just a fan that's always in here lurking as his ears or something. Always comes up. Well, thank you, Hibiki. And I'm just being me, man. There's no fake shit going on here. If you were to see me in real life, I'd be the exact same guy. It's just how I am. I'm not very good at putting on a mask. I'm just not, like... You know, when you go into these workplaces there and you gotta put on this fake fucking smile and you gotta be professional, Sheldon. Fuck that. If I can't be me, I don't want the job. That's why I just gotta do my own business and stuff like that and buy one. And then nobody can say shit. Imagine he's being the dent. Who's being the dent? Not me. That'd be pretty hard to do. I know I have a lot of controversial opinions, but they're not necessarily like outright wrong. Especially in a world of deception, eh? Like, oh, there's so much deception going on. It's unbelievable. It makes me sick. I'm even starting to dislike YouTube now with all the AI videos all these stupid assholes are putting on. Oh, it just makes me just like, fuck this. Like, why? Like, I'll watch Vegas Matt because I find them legit. You know, they lose lots of money live. It looks, I don't think that's fake money on a fake slot machine. You know, it seems pretty real to me. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but, you know, I like the conversations they have and that. And then sometimes they win, you know, you're kind of cheering them on. But the thing I think where they go wrong, though, is when they win big on a slot machine, they don't get up and move. You win big, you get up and move. Because this is what I think with slot machines. Yes, there's random number generators, but it also, by law, they have to do a return to player. It can only keep so much money before it has to rebalance. So when they have a big payout or a big win, yeah, you could do a few backup spins, but the chances are you won't get paid big again right away. It's going to take more money because it has to get more, and then it'll balance out again. Get more, balance out. Get more, balance out. You know, when they go and they they open the machines up for service, it says asset number. It doesn't say liability number. It says asset number, which means it makes money, at least 10% on the total, or 5 to 10% on the total money that goes in there. That's how it works. But depending on the volatility too, right? So there's high volatility, low volatility, and such like that, right? Which is low volatility has more frequent wins but lower wins. High volatility is bigger wins but less frequency. So what I'm trying to say is when they win big, they should just leave. They're playing high volatile machines most of the time, if not all the time. And if they were just simply, when they win big, switch machine, or at least switch the noms on the machine. Because it is a different slot machine when you switch to noms. It's a whole different set of chips and stuff like that. So, yeah, they do. But they also get paid by YouTube and views and that, which I don't mind supporting something like that. It gives them views to gamble. I mean, I'm not doing it. But at the same time, it's like, whatever. I don't mind. I like listening to conversation. If I go for like an afternoon nap, I like to put it on. I just kind of fall asleep to it. I'd rather watch that than any other TV or any of this other stuff, right? At least I know I'm not being fucking brainwashed and I'm just watching some entertainment without actually having to go play a slot machine myself, you know? But that's basically what I think how a slot machine works. So, and it's by law. Like if you watch like Cowboy Slots, and there's this one guy, low budget, high denom or something like that. He's pretty good too, but it's like, yeah, once he wins, he switches machines, and he seems to consistently win. I don't know how much of it is legit because it's not all, like, there's a lot of edits in there, right? So it's questionable. However, the strategy is not wrong. Simply because, yes, it's all random number generator. I'm not saying there isn't. There is random number generator. But it also measures how much money it has, and then it has to pay out a certain amount, or else the machine is illegal. It's not allowed on the floor, as per state or provincial law. So it has to balance out. It has to give it back. It's just like when you go to the arcade. You guys ever play that Stack 'em? You ever play that Stack 'em, the little blocks that go across? Do. Well, I can always get all the way to the top. No problem. But on the last one, even if I hit it, and I look at it, and I hit it perfect, it'll go boop, boop. It'll bounce over. It'll glitch over. Total horseshit. The reason is because it's not ready to pay out yet. It hasn't taken in enough credits to pay out again. It's just like a slot machine. So it works like that with some of these arcade games too. When you actually do your research and you kind of look at it, and that's why you don't piss your money away on those things that aren't ready to pay out. Like, that's just my opinion on the research I've done. Well, it's because he has the money for it, and they make tens of thousands off each video, though. Because, like, just because they have views, that doesn't mean that's the only views they have. If you have 1 million views on a video, you probably get 3 to 4 million views for advertising, and you get paid. What is it? Every thousand you get paid like $6 or something like that. So if you have 1,000 views, well, you can times that by 2, 3, or 4x, depending on how long the video is and that, and they get hit up each ad. So you get 1 million views. That's probably, depends what genre you're in, but the gambling ones, they probably pay some of the highest, so I would imagine, for advertisers, simply because it's gambling. And let's say it's $13 for 1,000 ads, right? So if you so you do that for 1 million, 1,000, so that's like, fuck. You got that's like, oh, Jesus Christ. What is that, 1,000 times 1,000? So yeah, it's pretty hard to do in your head. But yeah, they're literally getting like 13 grand a video or 130 grand a video or something like that. Something like that. I can't remember, but it's like 50 grand a video or some fucking shit. Somewhere in that wide range. I'm not doing the math right now, but they get a lot for the videos, and that's definitely their bankroll. 100%. 100% it is. I've never played Stake. Isn't that, what's his face there, Trainwreck? Isn't that what he just plays? Is that guy always high on coke too? When he's playing? I don't understand that. Coke was never a drug I was ever into. I never saw the point. Like, if I wanted to become more awake, I'll just have a coffee. Like, fuck. Yeah. I mean, most of my gambling's poker. That's most of my gambling. I'm pretty decent at live poker, especially when I go to places like Running Aces and that. Just play optimally. You'll win most of the time. I remember when I hit that straight flush in live poker, man. Fuck. 8-6 suited spades. Oh, I was with Kelly too, and he's like, oh! Fuck. And I busted just before that too. I lost $200 because it was $1, $2, and we go do the $200 buy-in, right? Lost that, so I was on my second run, and I think I won like $400 plus $100. So I got my original buy back and was up $300 because I won a bonus too. Oh, it was deadly, man. Oh yeah. And then after that, it was just like, and then once I felt the table turn, I moved tables. I'm like, no, I'm not feeling this table. This fucking Portuguese motherfucker, fuck him, I'm out. I don't like him trying to be table captain and all that. I don't like that. I'll just move. You're not going to fuck with me and my mentality, so I'll just move. I'd rather my money go to another person than the casino. It's just a racetrack, though, too, eh? So that's just my feelings on it. We used to have live poker here in Thunder Bay, but it doesn't exist anymore after the whole COVID-19. It's kind of sad. I used to love going there for poker. Some good poker players, though, like that woman Ming. Holy Christ, I hated playing against her. That woman could like read your soul, man. She was hard to play against. She knew when you had it. Even when you played fucking good. But you know what? Because of her, I learned a few things what I was doing wrong. So I see her every once in a while. I never say hi or anything. It's like, you took my money, bitch. I'm gonna be fucking nice to you. But yeah, she was good though. She was one of the few women poker players that were very intimidating because she was hard to extract money from. You know what she always had as a cover too? A big silver 10-ounce coin. Yeah. Well, maybe it wasn't 10 ounce. Sorry, 2-ounce coin. It was bigger than an ounce, troy ounce. It was 2. So she seems like a pretty. She understands money. That woman, 100%. Smart lady. That one. Not many, but she was ugly though. She's not hot or anything. She's ugly. But clever? Yes. Very clever. High intelligence when it comes to money. Yeah, she had silver bullion on the table. I'm almost thinking like I should bring one of my chips next time. She use it as just like the card cover, eh? Or a little piece of gold even. But I wouldn't even feel comfortable leaving that on the table. You leave like a quarter an ounce on the table, it's like fucking, what is it in Canadian dollars? Like $2,000 right now? You don't want to be doing that. Just leaving $1,000 legit on the table. So in that case, I would just use a piece of silver, which is, not as much. I remember when I was working with CFIB, I was in, Harbor Metals or whatever. What was the guy's name? I think it was Manuel. I think that was his name. Anyways, we're there and he has this silver coin on the desk. I think it was a 10-ounce silver coin. Or was it more? Maybe it was a bit more. Maybe it was a kg. Maybe it was... Yeah, it might have been like 32 ounces of silver. I think it was a kg piece of silver coin. I'm like... He's like, oh yeah. Oh, you like that? I'm like, yeah, man, that's a nice silver coin. I said, you just leave it here in your office like that? He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, you realize that's worth like $1,000, right? He's like, what, really? I'm like, yeah, here's the price of bullion right now. He's like, holy shit. You think you told me that? I never knew that. Someone could just easily stolen that. I'm like, yeah, man, like, I'm just saying that because like I don't need to steal it, but like someone else or eventually someone might bring it to your fucking office and get it. So. You ever watch those videos there where people go up and offer people? What was his name? Oh God, he's not around. I don't see him much anymore. But he used to go around with a gold coin or $100. What would you take? And gold was at like $2,000 American or something like that. And everybody would take the cash. Everybody would take the cash. Not even knowing. Didn't even spend the time to go flip open their phone to see how much a gold coin was. It was a 1 ounce, troy ounce gold coin. And yeah, they would take the cash. It was like, you retard. You, fuck, he's lucky he never came up to me because I would have taken the gold coin. I'd be like, gold coin, please. Yeah. Here we go, boys. This is what we want to see. Here we go. Yes. Yes. Let's go. BTC dominance. Eat shit and die. BTC dominance. And Ethereum, yes. You go too. We need Ethereum and Bitcoin to both go and BTC dominance to die. Yay. Crypto King almost liquidated out of his paper positions. He will eventually. Funny he's shorty. Yeah, even when he did his big hi-fi win, I don't even believe that. Lost it all and then boom. He's so sketchy. It's unbelievable. Like, if you actually paid attention to this little bozo, sketchy. It's just paper anyways, Trip. You know what I think. I think he's a fake, right? You know that. Because nobody gets bonuses like that. Nobody. You might, like, give us a $500 bonus. Okay, maybe. But 20 grand bonus? Eat shit and die. There's no fucking 20 grand bonus. I can't believe people believe that. And it's not like it's the same exchange. He's bouncing to new exchange every month. You know? Oh. You want some attention, eh? You want to come on? Yeah. But if it's paper, what does he have to gain on stream? What does he have to gain on stream? Subscriptions, views, advertising. Make some money off of it. That's what he has to gain. You know, when I hit people, well, you don't get hit up, but I hit people up with ads. Why? Why not? That's all I have to say. Why not? You know, I'm not hiding that fact. I'm not denying it. Of course, why not? I would like my $50 American a month, please. Whatever the fuck it is. It's enough to pay for my gym membership, so I'm good for that. Just give it to Troy. He's a good buddy. Jeez, Rock, you got a good mat here. I gotta get this out. Yeah, we didn't clip your hair too good this time, eh? On your head. I gotta get that out. Oh yeah, but paper trading, people have scammed people in my Discord when I first started streaming. So paper trading is a real thing, and it looks exactly the same as like a normal console too. Like it looks just the same. But nobody really cares about Crypto King because it's just people just go there and they. It's almost like he's rage baiting. Oh, and Trip, you know that guy that you sent the other day that was saying going down to 5K? He was just doom baiting. He said it the next day. We went and checked it out, and he's doom baiting. So that wasn't his actual opinion. Just so you're aware. So I wouldn't follow that guy. He's a fucking arsehole. Just a clout driver, just to get your emotions going. Anyone that does that, I just automatically stop watching. The only reason why we look at Crypto King, though, even though he's trading paper, he still trades it wrong. And he's very reliable. Like 90% accuracy, man. There. We got it out. There it is. Don't lick your hair. You're not a kitty cat. Hey? You don't want a fur ball. He definitely is an indicator. Even though he's trading paper. You know. But that's why he's doing it, though. It's just for a little bit of clout. That's for him. And then also just for like whoever decides to sub to him. Which, I mean, the guy has absolutely no personality. And then he's doing that. And then it's also for the advertising money. Which isn't very much anyways. Like, you need like thousands of viewers in order to get that. So. He's like that guy most trader evolve past, but he is stuck. I don't think all traders evolve past shit, man. That's why less than 1% win. You fucking dare do that. I'll stop picking your hair, but don't you take a nip at me there. You get a fucking sucker punch, you little bugger. You ever hear Rocky? Don't bite the hand that feeds, you lick the hand that feeds. That's right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. I didn't mean to. It just hurt. It was my initial reaction.
You know what I almost want to do, though? I almost want to start a YouTube channel called Rocky's World. What I want to do, I want to put a little camera on his collar, or get a collar camera. And then I'll just record it on my phone and then just do voiceovers. We'll go do walks, little adventures, and just have some fun with it. It'd be mainly for kids and shit, but I think adults would like it too. I mean, when I do the voice out at camp and anywhere, people just love it. I don't know why. They think I'm a fucking weirdo a little bit too, but I don't care. I think it'd be funny. Oh yeah, well, Crypto King is definitely, yeah, like, even though he's trading paper money, he's definitely, like, if he's trading real money, yeah, definitely the worst. Yeah, CK, we're watching you. You watching me watching you? Alright, first objective complete. 104.5 is next we need. I'm gonna wait for Darren to message me and be like, oh, maybe you're right, the bottom is in. I just said, well, just wait for the session to change. We'll see. Oh, here he is. Not necessarily animosity. They'll move when they want, man. A weedy type of breed? No. He's basically a miniature poodle with some Havanese, so they call him a Havapoo. But to me, he's pretty much just a miniature poodle. One of the best dogs you'll ever have. You can walk off leash with him there, and he very good recall. Trained him pretty good. There's other dogs I've seen that are kind of same breed, not as good recall. He has really good recall. Always walk to the trails there, off leash. I rarely leash the dog unless I'm going into a store or something. Animosity, hasn't this cycle taught you anything? It's not the same as every other time, so we can't sit there and be like, well, this is what happened last time. The alts will just go, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure that's more like a spiked top, what you're talking about. Well, the big thing is gold and the bonds. So if interest rates, the 10-year bonds go up, while people are selling 10-year bonds, probably rotating in the crypto. Same with the gold, rotating in the crypto, where those asset classes will correct for a while. Yeah, but if they're all low, they'll all kind of get bought up. That's the thing. So that's kind of what we're seeing right now. That's why we're seeing 22% gains on a lot of these coins today. Plus. Right, Rocky? The little Rocky Balboa, that's right. Yeah, you think about buying a pup? I highly recommend That or like a lot of women do too, and people and weak men do too. Women and weak men. Not all women, but many in the Western culture, probably like 80 to 90%, because they're entitled. A lot of them are fat too. But if they're hot, then, well, they just think they're hot shit. And they could always get better, and then one day they're going to end up alone with a cat, no kids. And they're going to realize that they're going to live the rest of their life in a sad, miserable, lonely life. And they should have stuck with the nice guy, but they didn't because they're stupid and emotional. And that doesn't mean everyone. That's just a good percentage. But yeah, I mean, I'd recommend doing miniature poodle, this type of dog. Such a great dog. Do a lot of things with them. And since it's not a purebred, doesn't have like real medical issues or anything so far. You know. He's chill, but he's also hyper. He loves to play fetch. He's very good at catching the frisbee. Very good. S tier? I don't know what that means. But yeah, and also he doesn't shed. If he does shed, it's just little clumps of hair. I mean, it's... He barks a little bit. He barks when there's something out of the ordinary, really. Doesn't bark very often. It's not like a chihuahua or anything, eh? So, does what he needs to do. Even when we're like sitting around the fire at camp, what he'll do is... what he'll do is he'll actually put his back towards the fire and look out and make sure there's nothing coming. He's really good like that. Yeah, they're easy to train. He was really easy to house train. I think he might have shit or pissed in the house maybe 2-3 times as a puppy. Just give him a little tap on his ass and give him a yelling. Put him outside. They learn pretty quick. Really affectionate dog. Very good dog. And it's easier to get someone to look after the dog too because they're smaller and they're easy and they don't shed, so it's very easy. But these type of dogs are anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 though, just so you know. They're not cheap dog. I kept his balls because I actually want to breed this dog. Sorry, Rocky, crypto delayed that, buddy. Yeah. Alright, I'll get you a little female friend one day. You got lots of years left. You're only 3. You're still a little puppy incel. That's right. But that's okay. A lot of dogs are. Yeah, Rocky, we need wife-changing money. Don't you have to groom him? Well, what I do, I trim his hair and stuff. If you get a metal comb, yeah, you could do that, but they don't like it too much because it pulls on their hair, so it's best just to shave them. Use a number 12 on everything here, and then you could use a number 9 on the legs. And a little bit of scissors and stuff like that, you know. He's probably almost ready to get trimmed again. This is going to be kind of his new look instead of the really fluffy look he has, which is really cute. I really like his fluffy look too. Kept him like that for about a year. Just his little puppy hair. Thing is though, they're pretty skinny dogs, so you'll feel their, like, you're not supposed to see their ribs, but you could feel them. And that's typical of poodles there if you look it up. So, just so you're aware, but yeah. Very good dogs. A little weird sometimes, but very good. Very good dog. Even when he takes a dump, like when we're going for a walk, he'll dump in the, like, he'll go into the bush, put his ass in the bush, and like shit in there. So you don't even have to pick it up really. It's just, oh, well, we'll just leave it there. It's always shitting in tall grass where people can't see it and off the trail. Not like some of these dogs that just shit right in the middle of a fucking trail, eh, Rocky? Yeah, I like his little afro. I try to keep it. I don't go too short on his hair because I like his little afro. However, though, I don't know what I did to him, but anytime I bring him in the truck and I gotta leave him in the truck to run in, let's say, the grocery store, he will lose his fucking mind. I think it has to do when he was a puppy. When I was working for the CFIB, I'd have to go into, like when he was a puppy, I didn't leave him home. I took him with me and left him in the truck a lot of times. Now, keep in mind, it was like the fall time. It wasn't very hot or anything like that, so... You know, always kept water in there for him. Windows cracked and everything. But then as he got older, anytime I leave the vehicle, he loses his mind, so I probably gave him some little PTSD with that, so I wouldn't do that. That's a lesson I've learned. Hey, Rocky?
Oh, that's right, Daddy. You don't leave me in the truck anymore.
Yeah, but Rocky... That's a lot of times why I don't bring you in the truck anymore, is because you lose your fucking mind.
Oh, Daddy, don't. I'll get better. Just take me. I have to learn.
Hey? Yeah, he is a very attached dog. These type of dogs do get very attached, I've noticed. Which is fine. You're looking for a little buddy anyways, right? He loves to cuddle. Pretty affectionate dog. Like I said, no real major complaints with him. Except for maybe the truck issue, but whatever. Not a huge deal. Oh, I gotta go get Bailey from school here pretty soon. What?
I can hear you talking. I can hear you talking from upstairs.
Yeah.
Why still getting me?
Oh, and another plus with the dog too is you can bring him on airplanes if you put him in a kennel and you put him right under his seat. Bring him on as a carry-on. I haven't done that yet. Because he takes up a carry-on. I don't like bringing check bags. Not really a check bag guy. I like to do everything in a small bag. Keep it on me. That in a backpack. But anyways, so guys, I have to prep to go get my offspring. All that fun stuff. I'll probably be on later tonight, though. I don't have the kids tonight. And then all next week, I'm going to be doing rentals. I'll be in Geraldton and shit like that, so I don't know how much streaming I'll be doing next week, but we'll see. Maybe I'll stream the rentals just on data or something. You never know. Be me and Squeaky probably smoke a bunch of pot or something. I haven't smoked pot all week, which is a big plus. I like being able to not do that when I'm like, yeah, I've had enough, and then not like, oh, I need it, you know, type of thing. I do it when I want to. I control it, not the fucking drug controlling me. You know, shit like that. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys later, and I might be on later tonight. No promises, though. Peace.